What's your take on why quarterbacks have had success completing a high percentage of throws this season?
Yeah. Well, one, I think the quarterbacks who play have done a good job of getting the ball out quick. Kind of trying to stop our rush a little bit. And at the end of the day, there's times where I think we just need to be tighter on things. We've definitely, had that as a point of emphasis from the start of the year. So still things that we're trying to make sure that we're on, but I know we'll get that fixed.
Darius spoke of some of the miscommunication issues this past game. Could you provide a little more detail? As in, like, is that something to do with it because you're playing that more, or is it just more in the back end?
I think it's all around. Obviously there's a lot of communication from the front end to the back end and things like that. So it's really just us all getting on the same page. Things that we can easily fix, and that we got corrected the Monday after the game. So things like that is things that we can control, and we just have to make sure that stuff doesn't happen because when there's breakdowns in communication, that's when the easy completions come and the big plays come. So.
TJ, Ronnie McLeod has talked about you're not taking away the first read. You're getting the first read every time. That's why it's getting out so fast. What is your discussions amongst yourselves on how to take that, to break that up? To stop the first reads from being completed so fast?
Yeah, I think it just comes down to us being tighter on those things. We prep so hard throughout the week, and we always have a good idea of what's coming and what we see. And I think at the end of the day, it's guys just kind of trusting those reads and trusting those plays that we're going to see those things and just going to attack it because I think we try to do a thing of trying to help each other out at times, but at times we just have to get to our coverage and stick them so that the quarterback does have to go to his second and third read.
So what's that fine line like, TJ? JG always says the quickest way to get beat is the ball going over your head. So he's trying to limit those explosive plays versus those first reads.
Yeah.
How do you kind of serve both masters?
Yeah, so that's really just kind of the back end, so like the safeties and DBs and the linebackers being connected on a string. If the DBs are going to take away the big plays, we got to get closer to coverage so that we can take away those early check down reads. And at the end of the day, I think we're trying to do a good job of keeping a roof over everything so that our D-line can rush. So it really comes down to the guys in the middle of the field getting closer to that coverage so that we can give our D-line time.
What kind of challenges did the Broncos face offensively? I mean, they got another guy, Bridgewater, who can complete a high percentage of passes, dangerous tight end and receivers and everything. Like, how big a challenge is that for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, every week in the NFL, the offense is really good receivers, really good quarterback, really good tight ends, and things like that. So it's nothing that we're, whatever about, but we know that we have to be, again, really good with our communication and really good with being tight to coverage. Experienced guy with their quarterback, so he's not going to make any dumb mistakes or anything like that. So we just have to do a good job of getting to the ball when he does check it down to make sure that gets stopped short. And at the end of the day, just kind of being connected as a group so that we can let our D-line get home and rush.
What's their young running backs so tough to take down?
I think he has really good balance, really good vision. He's a lot stronger when you watch him on tape than you'd think. And I also think, Melvin Gordon, a guy that I watched for a long time, is also very elusive and things like that. So they definitely provide a challenge for us, for sure.
Are these practice weeks, or I guess preparation weeks, different for you when it's a team you're not used to seeing as opposed to teams that you've seen these past 2 years and you kind of know what to expect?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you've played a team before with kind of similar systems, you have a better idea. But for me, I like the challenge of going in there, looking at all their tape and all their film, and we came in with a great plan today, and so I think we're really excited about this one for sure.
What do you think has been the biggest difference or biggest reason why the run defense has been better these last few weeks?
I think we're just doing a good job of being more stout. Guys getting downhill in their gaps and taking those double teams off the big guys and letting them do what they do, which is disrupt the play and get to the ball. I think there's been a heavy emphasis on everyone just getting to the ball because even if there's someone who missed a tackle, we can't have plays break or anything like that. So I think just getting 11 hats to the ball has been a big emphasis and something that's shown on film.
On a personal level, do you think you've proven anything over the past couple of weeks playing as a 3-down linebacker?
I'd like to think so, but at the end of the day, I'm focused on this week, and I'll do the looking back on all the games at the end of the year when it's all said and done. But for right now, I know there's areas that I can be a lot better in, and that's what I'm looking on right now.
Are you the most experienced player in the room now?
I don't know. We got some experience in the room, with Alex playing a bunch and things like that. But I think at the end of the day, we do such a good job of helping each other. There's going to be a way that I see things. There's going to be a way that Alex sees things. So and Sean sees things, and DT sees things. So just kind of bringing all those minds together and trying to figure out the best way to get our job done is something that we've done a really good job of, I think.
Does the altitude in Denver get mentioned at all during the course of the week? Like any kind of preparations go into that, or I don't know. Is it addressed?
Yeah, it was definitely addressed. I mean, obviously it's a factor that we have to be ready for, just because we're so detailed on what we do throughout the week in terms of game plan and things like that. So nutrition-wise and hydration-wise is something that we have to be detailed in as well. And so I know that we've already started talking about that and putting the emphasis on that, so that game day we don't have to worry about it and we can just go out there and do our job.